With a quite astounding 8 to 10,000 TEU often discharged to LA per port call, how are you keeping pace with your operations?
The maritime industry is undergoing profound change, and as we see larger ships put into waterborne deployments in the Pacific trade, we have to be proactive in the way we manage the cargo through the conveyance process. Part of that is our approach today. 3 areas of focus: land use, process management, and bringing technology to the port complex. Staying ahead of the game has been a hallmark of the Port of Los Angeles' strategy for many decades. And as we see this evolving trend in the industry, we'll continue to work based on these theories moving forward in a collaborative effect with our stakeholders.
How has the Port of LA bounced back since the congestion issues experienced in the winter of 2015?
Shortly after, the Longshore Labor and Pacific Maritime Association tentative labor agreement was reached on February 20th. Our flagship terminal, APMT, Pier 400, was able to work 3 13,000 TEU ships concurrently during a traditional 9-shift work week, which created 34,000 moves of containers, which to this day is still a North American record. I think that exemplifies the capabilities that we have here at the Port of Los Angeles and the preparedness that has gone into this ever-changing industry.
In the past year, we've seen the deployment of ships in the 10 to 13,000 TEU range. These are the largest ships calling in the US. How have you dealt with them at the Port of LA, and what challenges have you overcome?
The challenge is how swiftly we can move cargo through our port complex. We don't want to hold up the supply chain. So through feedback, focus groups, and conversations we've had with our wide network of stakeholders and friends in the industry, we've come up with 3 important elements that need to have continued focus. One is land use. The larger ships are calling terminals that were designed 2 decades ago for vessels half the size that are calling here today. That means if we need to repurpose land, knock down fences, create additional backlands for our customers here at the Port of Los Angeles, those are the creative ideas that we're bringing today. Secondly, process management. Managing this large amount of cargo at one snapshot in time is truly a challenge. We need to have cargo sequentially loaded at origin, or what we call in the industry block stowed, in order to make our job here at the Port of LA more efficient. If we have to resort cargo while we're on the ground, that takes up precious time that the BCOs don't necessarily have within the supply chain. So by bringing new ideas for process management in the conveyance system to the table for the industry to evaluate and to test right here at the Port of LA, we see that is gaining traction as well. Thirdly, technology. There's a company just up the freeway in Venice, California called Cargomatic. They have developed an Uber-like trucking system for the less than truckload market, and in fact it's been in place for more than 3 years. They've extrapolated that technology to the container market. And we've been testing the Cargomatic opportunity here now for several months at our West Basin container terminal. Early results are very encouraging. Basically, they're taking an application that draws on truck capacity here in the harbor area to pick up the first available container. The unique aspect is, as the driver delivers the cargo to the customer's facility, they get paid online. This is a first ever for our industry. Quick 180 is a company that has developed a virtual container yard to match import containers with exporters' container requirements. This also can increase fluidity at our gates because we're matching container needs off property and saving time to move laden cargo. In addition, the U.S. Department of Transportation introduced and tested its Freightus system for route optimization right here at the Port of Los Angeles. We have many more opportunities in the technology area, and I'm very, very interested in how we can continue to blend this new technology into the supply chain.